All right, we are taking a look at some notes on possessive adjectives. Notice how we put this on a chart that looks a lot like our subject pronoun chart, and that's exactly what we want. Okay, the subject pronoun chart is a logic that we already understand. So, what I like to stick with the known. We're going to base this set of notes on what's going to be a bonus item. It's the expression mi casa es su casa. Now, you've heard this before. It's in movies, and people say it. People that don't even know Spanish or even know that they're speaking Spanish when they say it. Everybody uses this expression. What does it mean, though? What are we saying when we say mi casa es su casa? Well, this is a great example of possessive adjectives at work, okay? So we're using possessive adjectives to say whose house? My house, your house, Run's house. And like I said, we're going to put these on the subject pronoun chart because we like to stick with what is familiar. All right, so I've divided this into singular on the left, plural on the right, first person, second person, and third person. All right, so just like the subject pronoun chart, except now we're going to learn some possessive adjectives to express ownership. All right, so on the singular side, first we see my, like my cat or my eyes. If what I own is singular, is mi gato, is mi nariz. If what I own is plural, son mis ojos. So mis hijos están preparando el almuerzo. My kids are making lunch. I can hear them. Could you guys close this door? All right. Now, if it belongs to you, tú. But if what you have is plural, tus. So if I like your ball cap, me gusta tu gorra. If I like your shoes, me gustan tus zapatos. All right. So maybe I'm talking about your mouth, tu boca, or your eyes, tus ojos, your head, tu cabeza, your ears, tus orejas. So we use this to talk about relatives. Your family es tu familia. Your parents son tus padres. All right, so we make that plural. Now, what if we're talking about something that belongs to him or to her? All right, her car is stuck. Can you help her get it out? Or his shoes are untied. He needs to tie them. These are third person owners. And if what he or she owns is singular, it is su. And if what he or she owns is plural, it's sus. So his nose, su nariz, her nose, su nariz, is exactly the same. We also use this with usted. Oh, no. So su nariz could be his nose, her nose, or your nose, if I'm being formal. See? And if I'm talking about eyeballs, her eyes, sus ojos, his eyes, sus ojos, it's the same. And I might even be talking about your eyes if I'm being formal with somebody, sus. So this is exactly who we're talking to when we say mi casa es su casa. My house is your house, but it's formal for usted. Interesting. All right, so I broke these up in the same three categories. My house, like in our refrán, allá arriba, mi casa. Mi casa es su casa. Pero si yo invito a my friends, yo invito a mis amigos. All right, so they have to agree in number. Adjectives agree in number, singular or plural, and gender. But this does not have any chico chica here. Me changes to me, so we just put an S on the end of it. Sigamos, your dog es tu perro, unless I'm being formal, but I'm not. Tu perro. But if I'm talking about your sisters, son tus hermanas. Again, adjectives need to become plural when they're modifying a plural noun. Whose sisters? Your sisters. Tus hermanas are plural. All right. Just like el becomes los and la becomes las. Me becomes mis and tu becomes tus. We do this with his and her. So if it's his dad, it's su padre. Her house is su casa. Oh my gosh, they're exactly the same. How do we know if it's his or hers? We don't. We have to establish context. And then if we're being formal, your kid is su hijo, but if they're plural, sus hijos. And that could also be his kids, her kids. So these need context. So I was talking about pretty eyes earlier. Maybe they belong to, I don't know, Jennifer. We'll make somebody up. Jennifer has pretty eyes. Her eyes are brown. Jennifer tiene los ojos bonitos. Sus ojos son marrones. Now, that sentence by itself could mean his eyes, her eyes, or your eyes. But because I've already established that Jennifer tiene los ojos bonitos, now I have context. Sus ojos son marrones. Her ojos bonitos are brown. All right, so we do the same thing with the plural side with one giant complication. And it's this one right here. Nuestro. Nuestro means our. So our friend, nuestro amigo, our house, nuestra casa. I know. So this O ending, this is going to do chico chica. So it's going to have O, os for plural, a, and as for feminine. All right. So we're going to change the ending just like we would with alto. Mis hermanas son altas. My sisters are tall, altas. All right. Nuestro, nuestra, nuestros, nuestras. All right. So we got masculine singular, masculine plural, feminine singular, feminine plural. We are still us. All right. It doesn't matter what our gender is. This is not nosotras. This is modifying something that we have. Our dog, nuestro perro. We have two. Son nuestros perros. Our house is nuestra casa. Our grandmas are nuestras abuelas. All right. The one they use only in Spain, vuestro, works the same way. It means it belongs to you all, and it can be vuestro, vuestros ojos, vuestra casa. And this is when the owner is plural. All right. It's a familiar plural. All right. They only use it in Spain, so you don't really need that. I want to go right into their. So it's not our house, it's their house. But we also use this for your plural, like your all's. Your all's dog is in my yard. All right. So I don't know where that apostrophe is supposed to. Can you put two apostrophes in a word? Y'all's dog. You know what I'm talking about. Well, get ready for this. Oh, he dropped the Apple Pencil. It's Sue and Seuss. I can't believe it. This is the same as that. So before, when I said his dad is su padre, that could be her dad, your dad, their dad, or y'all's dad. I'm not kidding. All right, so let's go to the bottom here. Let's review. First of all, we got our, belongs to us. Es nuestra casa. Why is it nuestra? We're not feminine. It's not that we are girls. We could be a mixed group. We could be all men. Es nuestra casa. Because la casa is feminine singular, we use nuestra ending. If they're our friends, son nuestros amigos. And if all of our friends were girls, we could have written nuestras amigas. Totally possible. That doesn't make us girls. That means all our female friends. Son nuestras amigas. All right, you can see that I didn't, there's no practice for the vuestro, right? If you go to Spain, you can learn that. So his dad was su padre. Their dad, también su padre, is exactly the same. Her house, su casa, their house is su casa. And here's the funny part. We're bringing it all back to the beginning. Su could also be yours, plural. So when I say mi casa es su casa, maybe I'm inviting usted, one person. My house is your house. But maybe I'm inviting ustedes. Maybe I'm inviting all y'all. Mi casa es su casa. All right. So it could be formal, singular, or plural. All right. Mi casa es su casa. Whether you are usted or ustedes, come on over. Let's have sweet tea. All right. So then the last one down here. Your kids are the same if we're being formal or plural, or his kids or her kids or their kids are going to be sus hijos. So that's why we need context with these, all right, because they're the same. It'll take a little getting used to.